Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Goober Central episode. This is episode 3 of our TEW series, but instead, you're stuck with me today because you're going to see my first show because I am booking the developmental NXT. But Devin and Myth, they are here to see how I'm doing, how I am preparing the stars of tomorrow in Samoa Joe.
So we're gonna lay out the rules here for NXT for Drew here. He will have this roster or take maybe a wrestler or two or an entire year before we get to pick and choose who we'd like to call up.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I can cook in a year. Don't you worry.
Here's enough time to get people over.
Oh yeah. But tonight we start out with the NXT Champion Samoa Joe and the NXT General Manager William Regal, and going into NXT Takeover Brooklyn, which is our next takeover. Samoa Joe is going to be facing Shinsuke Nakamura, just like in real life. Shinsuke Nakamura to prepare Samoa Joe. William Regal has chosen that Samoa Joe will defend the NXT Championship in tonight's main event against someone that WWE recently signed from New Japan Pro Wrestling, not named Nakamura.
Interesting.
But we open up the show tonight with some women's tag action. That's fun. Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss taking on Asuka, the NXT Women's Champion, and Bayley. Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss have no chemistry whatsoever. That's what I love to see. Nia Jax gets in a in-ring performance of 19.
Those ratings are about right.
Yeah.
I'm afraid so. Asuka and Bayley with the crazy carry job here. 43.
I mean,
my God.
really.
But Bayley pins Alexa Bliss for the finish. Asuka and Bayley, once you know, they coexist here tonight.
For one night only.
Going into Takeover. Then we go to the back, and Kathy Kelly is with Ty Dillinger. Ty Dillinger's talking about how he came up short in last week's Stormwell Contenders match. I'm keeping the lore because we recorded a week later than the save started. Ty Dillinger talks about his shortcomings last week again in the triple threat number one contenders match between Shinsuke Nakamura and Austin Aries. But speaking of Austin Aries comes in, he interrupts. He says, Ty, I don't mean to interrupt, but I gained a lot of respect for you last week. Put up a hell of a fight, and you know what? I see a little bit of Austin Aries and Ty Dillinger. You call yourself the perfect 10. I'm the greatest man to ever live. You know what? I'm thinking, what if we put that together? What if we went and became a tag team? And Ty Dillinger said, you know what? I'm in. And to interrupt them is the actually current NXT Tag Team Champions, the Revival. And they say, you're no tag team. And Ty, don't fall for who Austin Aries really is. The actual tag team, the best tag team in this division, is us. We're not worried about anybody else who's coming in, because obviously William Regal has been on the market and has had a little bit of a hot hand signing, guys. We're only worried about who's here. And you two aren't taking the NXT Tag Team titles from us. And yeah, Austin Aries and Ty Dillinger, potential tag team here.
Interesting.
Then we get to our next match. Andrade Cien Almas taking on Johnny Gargano of DIY. Johnny Gargano gets the win with the Hertz Donut in a 46 rated match. That makes sense.
Buried Andrade right out the gate, huh?
Oh, come on, man. Come on now. They stole the show. Somewhat.
I think you made the right choice. Andrade was very much off his game, so.
Andrade takes the L here. Gargano gets some momentum for DIY as they are now mainstays on NXT. Then, oh shit. I think I scripted him, but anyway, Bobby Roode is in the back talking to William Regal. You know, he has to get to the bottom of this. Why isn't he in the marquee matches? Why isn't he challenging Samoa Joe for the NXT Championship? But completely on accident, in comes another man, actually making his return to WWE here at NXT. Evan Bourne. He comes in and says, "Mr. Regal, am I interrupting something?" And Bobby Roode goes, "Actually, yeah, you are. Can't you see I'm talking here? What? You haven't been relevant since 2011, maybe? And you want to waltz in here thinking that your time's valuable? No. I'll tell you what. Next week, Bobby Roode versus Evan Bourne. I'll welcome you back on behalf of everybody else in the NXT locker room. What do you say?" And well, Evan Bourne got a rating of awful, but he accepts.
Yeah, that's gimmick. Note to self: don't script somebody if the other person's going off script.
True that. Then our main event, Samoa Joe will defend the NXT Championship against a superstar from New Japan. So far tonight, NXT has brought in Evan Bourne. And here we go. Kushida debuts in NXT against Samoa Joe for the NXT Championship in a 49 rated match. And Samoa Joe gets the one with the Coquina clutch. Defense number 1 for the NXT title. They're actually really close in ring performance too, which is
It's good to see.
Good to see, but Joe was really off his game. Kushida gets a rating of great in our main event.
We know Joe will normally do better.
Well, Kushida's not over. So,
yeah. But Kushida, once he gets there.
Oh yeah. And we end the show here with a 49. We lose popularity. That's okay. We'll get it back. We also got popularity in 52 other regions. Gotta give or take there. Am I disappointed? A little bit, but not really. We'll take it. And I think that NXT is going to be its own little thing. Raw and SmackDown are going to have their own episodes. I'm going to have my own. So, easy little watch here. Tune in next week to see Austin Aries and Ty Dillinger team up. And Bobby Roode taking on Evan Bourne. And Evan Bourne's return to NXT. But real quick, you can find my wrestling YouTube, Drew Toney. You can find my Instagram at Real Drew Toney. You can find my Facebook, that's just Drew Toney. My TikTok is at Real Drew Toney. And then, real quick before we get a plug from Myth and Devin, join our Discord. Goober and Ain't Easy. We're all there. It's not bad.
Okay.
Which one of y'all wants to go first?
Well, I'll let Myth go first.
Myth, where can they find you if you're not muted?
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, can you hear me? Sorry. Hey. My bad. Alright. Sorry, I cut the podcast when I'm done now. So basically, you can find me on Instagram. I'm Manthon_JD. On Twitter, Manthan's Wrestling.
Perfect. Devin?
Well, you can find me on X and Instagram. Not that I'm active. Under Devin O'Neill 44.
Perfect. And guys, if you can't get enough Goober and you're already in the Goober and Easy playlist, well, I just spoiled it. You're not already in the Goober and Easy Discord server. Let's do the Goober playlist on Spotify. It has 7 saves. It has almost 850 songs. We might be closer to 900, but listen to it. It's a good time. Now,
It'll take you a lifetime to finish the whole entire playlist, but it's worth it.
Thank you, Devin. Devin knows from experience, but we'll see you guys in the next video.
Heard you on a nigga that's gon' please you. Suck your toes, kick it down, please.